guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be sitting down and playing with some makeup. Sounds like a newsreader there. I have a bunch of new products in front of me. Some stuff I've never used before, some stuff I've only used once or twice, and some stuff I have never used on YouTube before, but I kind of want to show you guys. So we're going to get started, and the first thing I'm going to do is go in with the brand new Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Vitamin C Serum. Super excited about this. I'm going to take a couple of pumps to the back of my hand and I'm going to use it all over. Vitamin C is so great. Really good for helping shift acne scarring, any dark spots. The vitamin C as well, it stops your skin from looking dull. It really brightens up your skin. And this serum's got hyaluronic acid in it as well, which is great. Such a good thing to be using throughout the day. Oh wow, my skin looks brighter already. I'm really excited about this. I am actually going to leave this on my desk to continue to use just to see what the results are in a couple of weeks time. Now that I've done my serum, I'm going to go in with my moisturiser. This is the Dr. Jart Ceramide, I can't say that. Anyway, it's the Ceramide moisturiser. This is a moisture retention shield. It's the cream. Ceramide right now, I don't know why it's such a buzz point to me, but someone told me to start using ceramide and my skin is really grateful for it. I really like the Dr. Jart product as well. I've actually been using this a bunch. I love it before a flight. I'll do my whole skincare routine and then I'll put this on top. By the time I land, my skin's still amazing. Obviously, not going to be in any flights anytime soon, but my skin is pretty dry from being indoors an awful lot right now. So this has been a lifesaver. For primer, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. I'm pretty excited about this. I'm not going to be able to open this with my slidey hands. Shit. So I'm going to take a little bit of this, like so, and then we're going to spread it around. I have heard the most wonderful things about this primer, and I've only ever tried it out on the back of my hand. I'm going to rub that in. It's not too slidey. I think I've said before to you guys that I don't like anything that feels too slippery on my skin. I like it to have a bit of tack to it. Not that this is tacky, it's not overly tacky, but it's definitely not that slidey dry way. Okay, so for foundation, I really couldn't find any new foundations really. And I've got my By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra foundation. This is the newest foundation to me and I just love the finish of it so much. I'm going to mix the By Terry Brightening CC Serum in with it. I have just been really liking this foundation for the way it feels on my skin, how quick and easy it is to apply, and my skin always looks so nice in photos with this because again it's just that little bit lighter but it does cover everything I need it to. But yeah, I was looking and I really don't think I've been seeing many new foundations. I actually think as well, I've been wondering what the impact of everything that's going on, I wonder how that's affecting the makeup industry. Perfect, so we've got a really nice even coverage all over the face. I'm going to add the coverage with the concealer now. So this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. Another product that I've heard is so great. So I'm really excited to try it. So I'm going to go in, oh big doe foot. I'm going to go under my eyes. I know that I've got light coverage on the skin, or not light, medium coverage I would say, but I'm still going to go in with a concealer. I still want this to be a pretty glam look. This is cool, it's a nice texture. Right, let's try this with a sponge. What colour was that actually? I'll let you guys know. This is the shade Medium Neutral, which yeah, it looks a little bit light on me, but that's okay. I'm going to bronze up my face quite a lot, I think. It's a nice shape for under the eye for sure. If you are a makeup fanatic and you would use just one sponge, like a sponge just for the under eye area, it's really lovely. Wow, that is the brightest concealer I've used under my eyes for a really long time. I'm going to go in with the brand new Fenty Cream Bronzer. This is the shade 05 Teddy, which looks pretty dark, but I did swatch the colour down from this and it was really pink. So I don't want to go for anything too pink on my skin tone. I just don't like it. I just don't, everything that looks pink in the component looks so pink on me. I think it's because I've got quite a sallow undertone to my skin. I'm going to go in with this in a brush first, just to see what happens. I've never used this on my face before. Oh, it's quite sheer. Yeah, this is bizarre. It's almost like a balm. Freestyle Cream Bronzer. It's like a balm. Like it doesn't go on as dark as you'd think. Like, you know, the sticks are quite pigmented. Interesting. Not sure. I'm just going back over my foundation brush just to try and smooth it out. I'll try the e.l.f. sponge. Right, okay, the sponge is kind of saving things a little bit. I think that that bronzer would maybe be better for quite natural makeup. Like skin-like makeup, if you know what I mean. Which I think maybe that's the whole idea. But for example, I don't think I would use this on top of like a full coverage foundation because it's quite balmy, which feels a wee bit oily maybe, which would maybe make your foundation separate. It is nice though, it makes your skin look really juicy, and the sponge is great. But what I was doing, which is what I would usually do with a bronzer, I would not do. See, like a firm brush on top of foundation, I don't think that's right. This would look beautiful on bare skin as well. See, if you don't want to wear foundation and you just want to bronze up a little bit, I think that would look so nice. So I use the Fenty Matchstick in Truffle for a cream contour, and this, I'll do a swatch of the bronzer. So that's the cream bronzer, right? And that's the colour. And then this is what I'm used to, so I'll swatch that next to it. So you can see how dark and how pigmented it is. This is just a really different product, which makes sense because they already have the matchsticks. I'm going to go in with the cream blusher in Rose Latte. Looks really dark, but I'm not scared anymore because I think again this is quite, yeah, look, it's quite a sheer product. Right, I'm going to go in with the sponge, you know. Cool, right, so these are just different. I've not really seen anything like this before. How funny, yeah, I wasn't sure at all when I was using my brush, but with this little sponge, I think that looks really nice. I know that I look quite flushed of colour, but I'm just loving the blush these days, guys. This is the bit I'm scared of, but I think I have to do it because it's what I would usually do. Whenever I use a cream product, I like to set it with a powder product. And I have here the Urban Decay Stay Naked Threesome. So this is the triple, the bronzer, the highlighter, the blush. And yeah, usually I would set it, but I'm scared. I think that this is the kind of thing that will go funny. So I'm going to go in with the bronzer and my usual brush. Okay, fine. I'm going to go under my chin a little bit. Forehead. Yeah, that looks fine. I just used a really tiny amount of this on my brush and buffed it in light layers. It's all about the light layers. And let's do blusher. So I'm going to go in with the end of my Hourglass brush. I actually really love this brush for it being like double-ended. Usually I really don't like double-ended brushes. I think they're a bit pointless because I always have my brushes sitting up, but for some reason I still use this all the time. I'm going to go into the blush. Oh god, right. These are really pigmented. Yep, too pigmented. Help! I'm just going to pat that back. You really do not need much of the blush. But Urban Decay, they've kind of reformulated this and it's so beautiful, but it's so pigmented, so you just don't need that much. I'm going to go into the middle, the highlight, and we're going to use that as our highlighter today. So this is pretty new. This came out with the new foundations and they reformulated because they had the flushed palettes before and it's really nice. Oh my god, I've got so much blusher on and I kind of love it. Alright, I'm going to swap over to a little brush. Okay, I'm going to go nose for a wee highlight and then down the bridge. Cupid's bow. Nice. This is a nice golden highlighter. I've got Fenty loose powder. This is in the shade Butter. And I'm just going to take my usual little powder brush. Do you know I use this brush for powder nearly every time? It's the Morphe E48. It's just the perfect density for under the eyes. So I'm just going to use a little bit of powder and just buff it under. I don't want to be baking or anything. And the rest of my skin honestly doesn't look shiny or anything. That foundation's got the coolest finish to it and it lasts all day. You just do not need to bake it or heavily powder, but under the eyes is always good. For the setting spray, I'm going to use Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. Like I said, my skin's feeling a wee bit dry just because I'm inside and the heating's on in the house and stuff. So I'm going to give my face a little spray. For being affordable, this has got a really nice scoosh. That's got a really nice spray. Oh, I feel like awake now. I'm going to go off camera and quickly do my eyebrows and we'll be back to do our eyes. So, I was doing my eyebrows and I'm using my usual product. This is the Benefit Brow and 24-Hour Brow Setter. But I thought it would be worth mentioning that since I got my extensions out and a lot of my blonde cut off, I've still got kind of blonde ends, but my roots are super dark. So I've gone darker in my brows, so I'm number 4 now. And you can see that it is really more matching to the roots of my hair. I really like it. I like having dark eyebrows right now. Severe, angry, bitchy brows. Let me zoom you in and let's do our eyes. So there you can see my skin. I really like it. I love the amount of like colour that's in my skin, if you know what I mean. We're going to use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, the Hydrating Camo Concealer I should say, on my eyes as a primer, just a little bit. And I'm just going to buff that in with a little brush. And for our eyes, I'm really excited because I haven't used this brand for eyeshadows for a really long time, but I really loved it. This is the new Charlotte Tilbury color-coded eyeshadows. It's such a good idea. It's really, really clever. Basically, she's come out with a bunch of new eyeshadow palettes to make your eye color pop. I remember when I first started getting into makeup, everyone would always say that you would wear makeup to go with you, like to make your eye colour pop. Do you remember? Crazy. It's quite nostalgic as well, and it's really classic. It's a really classic way to do your eye makeup. I'm actually going to use the palette called Green Lights. So this isn't going to make my eyes pop, but it is going to go with my eye colour. Because I've got green eyes, the colour that everyone always says for us to use is burgundies, maroons, pinks even. Which I really like, but I'm going to do that with my liner. This is a kind of aubergine, it's kind of like an eggplant colour. So I'm going to do kind of greens on my eyes with a big eggplant. We call it aubergine. We're going to use an aubergine liner and I'm going to do a big chunky liner, okay? These all look shimmery to me as well, which is interesting, but we're just going to go in. Oh my god, there's a primer. Number 1's a primer. Yeah, they all kind of have shimmer in them, but I'm quite loving just using shimmer wherever I bloody want. Remember, people used to say you're not allowed to use it in your crease. You do what you want, baby. Wow, I like this. Especially, I like the green with my gold jewellery. Wow, okay, so this one here in the corner, it's got glitter right through it, but it's what I'm using as my dark colour. Wow. Right, okay, well I've done both of those eyes super differently. Right, I'm just going in with the shimmer, this one up here, to try and smoke that out. I'm gonna try and darken it up a wee bit. Okay. I feel like quite a Cleopatra vibe. Must be my earrings. I think maybe I just need to like kind of sit and figure it out and maybe follow the rules on the back. But I never ever like read how to use something. I always just kind of go for it. Maybe that's my problem. Okay, I really like that. I think it's turned out really nice. I'm gonna go in underneath the eye with the darker green. It's a little bit different as well. Do you know what it looks like? It looks like all the Instagram videos you see when it's a full shimmer eye and it's like, you know, like the honestly on Charlotte Tilbury's page and the like Pat McGrath, they all do this full shimmer. I'm going to go in with the bronzer in the Urban Decay palette and I'm going to just do my usual thing. Yeah, I'm just going to use the bronzer to melt the eye look into the temples and kind of buff it in. I'm going to stick with this eye to look super green, so I'm going to go in with the pop and I'm going to actually give it a little spray of the hyaluronic acid, the Pretty Fresh, and I'm going to apply that to the lid. Do you know, I just think Charlotte Tilbury palettes are they're pretty different, aren't they, than your run-of-the-mill, which is definitely not a bad thing. Liner. We're going to go in with the Marc Jacobs High Liner, Liquid Gel Liner in the shade Berry Deep. And I'm going to try and do a nice wing, not too high. I'm going to kind of elongate my eye shape, so. Wow, these are easy. Look at that. Look how clean that looks. Oh, I love that. And do you see the green popping now because of the purple? That's the best liner I've done in a really long time. And that colour is beautiful. Really, really love that. Oh my god, I like this whole eye! For mascara, we're going to go with the new Fenty Beauty Full Frontal Mascara. This is what I went to the LA for the launch for. And it's really, really nice. It's brilliant for super chunky lashes. And then for the bottom mascara, what I've learned with this mascara is to do one light layer and let it dry and then go back. Don't try and build it all up too quickly because it kind of goes everywhere. For lashes, I'm going to go in with Tatti Lashes TL4 Faux Me. I'm so excited to say that they have a new range of faux eyelashes. They're faux mink, so if you look, you cannot see the difference. They give you the exact same kind of finish as a mink lash, but they're faux, they're cruelty free, which is... While we're waiting for those to dry, I'm just going to add my little freckle. And I'm actually going to add another one down here because it's been my new fave thing. I wish I had a beauty spot right there. Wow. Great. I'm going to zoom you out and let's do our lips. Okay, for lips, I've had these for a while, but I've actually never used them. Not on my channel and not in real life either, so I'm excited to try it. This is the Victoria Beckham Bitten Lip Tint and Lip Definer in the shade number 4. So I'm going to use this as my lip colour because I didn't want to do a nude, because I always do a nude, but I didn't want something too strong, so I thought a lip tint would be perfect. So I'm going to line my lips first. Cool, the colour of that lip liner really matches the tone of my eyeliner. And I'm going to go in with the tint and see what this goes like. I don't know if it's like a gloss. Ooh. Oh no. That is really cool. It just looks like my lips, but not my lips, if you know what I mean. Gonna bring that lip liner down. I wonder how she would do her lip liner, if it's as much as that or literally just to define the lip and not bring it on the lip. Wow, that looks nice. Right, let's take my little clips out. That is the finished look. I hope you really liked it. Out of all the products, actually, I like them all. I actually really like them all. I love the way that the makeup turned out. I love the eyeliner. I thought it was so easy. This is the nicest eyeliner I've done on myself in a really long time. Really long time. I'm going to see if they do this in black and go and buy it immediately. But I actually really love this colour. If you have green eyes like me, or if you just feel like you want an aubergine, what do you call it? If you want an eggplant liner, this is amazing. Really love this. The lip is great. Really interesting to me. I don't really understand it, but I like it. The only thing that at one point I was a bit concerned about were probably the Fenty cream product, but we figured out a way to make them work. I've always been told I'm a good problem solver. Let me know if you guys have tried any of this stuff. Let me know if any of it takes your fancy. And other than that, I will see you in the next video. Bye! And then it just, I've got a terrible habit of doing this. So guys, I'm just doing my makeup. More butter, more better. That's my motto when I'm making toast. More butter, more better. I really like, oh my god! My brush. My MAC 224. This brush has been with me for a really long time. I'm gonna glue that back together. I can make it work for sure. I just don't, yeah, that's it. I can make it work for sure. I just don't